Hey everybody, it's Christine, and I'm here to show you my November setup in my Foxy Fix Lush Snow cover with Cocoa Daisy Memphis Season November items. First up is going to be my monthly view. So I'm still using my print pression weeks, and I just have to tell you, I absolutely love this little book. Um, I think what I really like about it is what I used to like about way back in the day when I used my Erin Condren and my Inkwell Press, was that the entire year was in one book. So I had um, all 12 months and then all the weeks of the year, and I could keep trackers for every month in the back, bill trackers, what have you. And when I switched over to a more TN system, I was switching out my monthly insert every month and my weekly insert every month, and I only had 1 month at a time in there, which made it compact to carry, but I really missed being able to look back or being able to kind of really get a sense of the passage of time in my planner, if that makes sense. And one of the things I really love about this little book is that everything is in it. I can easily look back to September, easily look back to August, and I know people do that in a TN system as well. It just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I just adore this little book. So I'm using Cocoa Daisy items from the November Memphis Season kits, and the name Memphis Season, if you're not familiar already with Cocoa Daisy, is taken from the Memphis design aesthetic from back in the 80s. Look it up. You'll, as soon as you see it, if you lived during that time, you will recognize some of the stuff. Very bold colors, bold patterns, terrazzo tiling, a lot of abstract artwork, and that's what sort of inspired the artwork from this month's kits. So I'm doing my monthly layout, and I've used some washi tape. The strip of washi tape down the side is from Cocoa Daisy, and the gold and white that I used at the top is from Simply Gilded. And I'm going to be using, through this whole video, a mix of stickers. Stickers come in the planner kit, the planner add-on kit, the pocket memory keeping kit, the TN memory keeping kit, and I also get the planner sticker kit and the memory keeping sticker kit. And I use stickers from pretty much all of them in a mishmash. So I can't particularly say, oh, this layout stickers are all from, you know, whatever kit, because I really do. I just put all the stickers together in one envelope and just pull them out as I want them. But the large November letter stickers there, I know for sure those came in the memory keeping kits. I think the turquoise came in the TN memory keeping kit, and and there's another set of like rust colored ones from the pocket memory keeping kit. So that's where those are from, and the little numbers there are from the planner add-on kit. And I was just taking a moment to look up some holidays to make sure I knew when Thanksgiving was. I didn't want to put it on the wrong Thursday. So I've got stickers here that say Thanksgiving, and there's another one. What's the other one I'm getting ready to put down? Maybe I'll remember it when I see it. Up on November 3rd. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's something. Oh, that's the day we turn our clocks back. That's what that sticker is. So I'm just, since those stickers are meant to fit Erin Condren size boxes, and since the boxes in this monthly layout are much, much smaller than that, I laid them diagonally, and then I just cut the corners so it looks like they were meant to go on these boxes. So that works out well. And I'm just about done on this. I keep my monthlies fairly simple. I want to be able to write things in them and see what I'm doing. So I think, yeah, I'm about to put another strip of Simply Gilded washi here across the bottom. This is the same gold and white as the top, except it's the 15 millimeter versus the 10. And I ended up using that in my first week of November layout as well. I just like the gold, that Stardust washi is really pretty. And then I think I'm going to add a few, yeah, if I remember correctly, a few leaves here at the bottom. And this is pretty much going to be it for my monthly. And all it needs is to be filled up with events and fun things. Oh, the colors are just so fabulous. This dark teal is like my favorite color ever. So there you go, guys. There is my monthly. Next up is page markers. So I had this idea. I have seen other people make these these side-loading slide-on page markers. Type A for Alexa, she's probably the most well-known person that I can think of on Instagram who makes those. She has a Facebook group also. And I thought to myself, okay, I want to make something like this out of the vellum and the acetate that come with the kits. So first thing you see me doing here is pulling out the vellum and the acetate and trying to match, deciding on a paper to match to go on the back, because the vellum would be on the front and then the paper on the back. And once I chose my pieces, I'm going to cut them. I think that's coming next. Yep. So I cut my pieces to about a 1/16 of an inch taller than the pages of my print impression weeks. I needed, once the front and the back are laminated together, they make a little pocket to slide the page into, and I needed it to be tall enough that the page could slide in, but I didn't want it so tall that it stuck out too high on the top or the bottom of my planner. So I was just sort of crossing my fingers and hoping that a 1/16 inch would do it, and as it happens it did, so that was a lucky accident. And then I cut the width of these pieces to be about a 1/4 inch or so less than the width of my pages, because I didn't want it to get too close to the center of the spine and keep the pages from closing properly. So it's 1/16 of an inch taller than the page, but about eighth to a 1/4 of an inch less wide than the pages. So I'm cutting all 4 pieces here, and then I'm going to make sure that, they all match up. And then the last thing I'm going to do is find some tabs, because I decided I wanted to put tabs. There you go. See, I'm sort of checking to see if I think that the page is going to slip in there, and I'm pretty sure it does at this point. So let me see. I think right now I'm pulling my tabs out. Or maybe I'm turning the laminator on. Whatever I'm doing. Where did I go? Hello. So I'll tell you a little secret while this is happening here. I laminated these, and then when I trimmed the lamination, the one on the right side with the acetate, I ended up trimming too closely, and I had to rerun it through the laminator, and that really irritated me. So it's a little bit thick because it's got a double layer of lamination. I think I'm looking for the stick-on tabs, and then I decided that I didn't want those. So yeah, here we go. I'm opening the package of die cuts and finding the cardstock tabs. Probably could have just skipped all of this. Don't know why I'm showing you all of this, but what's done is done. This has also allowed me a way to actually use my tabs again. I loved to use the tabs when I was using the Cocoa Daisy Dory inserts. I had my month, my weeks, my tracker, like everything was in the one book, and I just put tabs on the pages to be able to find each one. And since I've moved to the printpression, I stopped using the tabs. I mean, I could still, but I didn't want to bulk up the book, and I didn't want to have stuff sticking out. So I've been using other types of bookmarks, and making these slip-on bookmarks is allowing me to use my tabs again. So here we are after the first set of laminating, and I think I trimmed the clip to eliminate the one that I cut too close and had to throw away and relaminate. So here I am trimming the first one. I think this is the one that's going to end up being my my monthly page marker. And I'm trying really hard not to cut into the lamination because I don't want it to open. You do cut into one side on the long side. So like this side right here that I'm cutting, I'm going to leave a little bit of the lamination. As you can see, there's a gap there because that's the side that's sealed. That will be on the outside edge of the page. But then here I'm going to cut right up to the edge of the paper because I want it to open. So the acetate and the paper on the back don't stick to each other. You can see I stuck my hand in there for a second. And now here I'm going to try slipping this on. And you can see how this works. And it's a tight squeeze, but it actually worked really well. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted. And the last thing I'm going to do, once this one is done, let me see, I think I'm going to go get the other one after I laminated it the second time. So yeah, this one's a little bit thicker. It's got 2 layers of lamination on it because I cut it too close the first time, but it's not that, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not like noticeably thicker. So I'm trimming this one the same way. The top and bottom, I probably left, I don't know, maybe a little more than a 1/16 of an inch there. Just, you can, when you do your laminating, you can kind of see there's a slight little bubble on the edge, and then you can see where the lamination is flat again, and you want to make sure you cut out into that flat part, because if you cut through the bubble, then it's just going to open, and that's not what anybody wants. And now I'm going to cut the edge where the paper is going to slide in. And I didn't quite cut through it the first time, or the second time actually. I don't know what my problem was. I couldn't get a good pressure on the knife here and get it to come apart. Come on, there it goes. And then I'm going to test this one as well and make sure that it fits too. It's a little nerve-wracking, you guys. Like, I had this idea in my head, but I had not tested it out before I made this video, so I was sort of conscious the whole time of, well, if I screw up, they're going to see it. But you know what? That's real life, so c'est la vie. And lucky me, it worked out pretty well. So there's the second one. Once I verified that they both fit, I went ahead and did my tabs. So I'm putting double-sided score tape, adhesive tape on the back of my tabs. And I'll also put my titles on. One of them will go for the monthly and then one for the weekly. And what I'll do is, when I actually put it in my book for November, I'll put the monthly marker on the October page so that I don't want to put it on the November page because I'll have to take it off to be able to write on the month. But I'll put it on the October page, and all I have to do is flip to that and then flip over one page, and I'll be right there on my November page. And then the same thing for the weekly. I'll put it on the week before so that I don't have to take it off to write on it, but I can easily find within one page of the week where I want to be. So I decided to put these tabs pretty close to the edge. So I actually put them to where the edges are hanging over, and I'm just going to trim with scissors here. And then I'll do the same thing with the monthly. The colors and the patterns of this kit are just, today's October 20th, and see, I'm thinking I want to move into this kit right now, even though it's only halfway through October. So see, there's the November monthly is like on the September page, and then I just flip over the October, and then the first week of November will be 2 weeks from now, and that one is right there. And there we go. I got my little tabs on the top, and it doesn't stick out too far on the side, and I think it works pretty well. So I got a couple pictures for you so you can see how it turned out and how they look. I put them on blank pages here so you could see how they looked without anything through them. So there's the paper on the back side, and then the other one with the acetate. I think I can see this being a monthly thing. We'll see how it works, but I think I kind of like it. So next up, my habit and bill trackers. So this will be my 3rd month in my print impression weeks, and I have in the back of the book In the front, there are the 12 monthly layouts, and then in the middle are the 52 weekly layouts. And then in the back are 24 grid pages. So I wasn't sure at first what to do with the grid pages, and I thought, hey, this will be a perfect spot for my habit tracker and bill tracker. So I print out my habit tracker, which you see here in Excel. I made a 30 and a 31-day version, and when I first made it, it took a while. It took a few times printing it to get the row and column height and width just right. But now I have them saved, and I basically just go in and change the name of the month and the colors on the days of the week there. So I put my habit tracker on the left, and then on the right side, I keep track of my bills for the month. So I'm using some more of those letters to put the word bills up top. I think I'm looking for my tweezers. Yeah, there they are. You guys, if you don't have craft tweezers, you need them because, oh my goodness, they are so useful. Like, majorly useful. I love them. I like these letters this month. They're sort of, I don't know how to describe it. They're thicker than regular stickers. They're almost like cardstock with sticker on the back, adhesive on the back. So they're a little bit more substantial than just regular stickers. And I really like them. And I love, of course, this color is just my favorite. So I'm going to look back here at my October bill page. And I guess if you really care very much, you can see all the bills that I have every month. But I wanted to write them down so that I would know how many little check boxes I needed to stamp on the next page, and I didn't want to flip back and forth 25 times. Here I'm checking to see how many Tuesdays there are in November, because I get Green Chef delivery boxes on Tuesdays, and so I needed to know how many Tuesdays I would be charged. Once I have this determined, I'll go back to the November page. Here we go. And I'm using Memento dye ink in a color called Pear Tart, which is a really pretty sort of lime green. I don't know how well you can see it here in the video, but it matches really well that lime green that's over in the tracker. So the reason I wanted to know what the bill categories were is because I separate the first half of the month bills from the last half. So I'm making my check boxes top down and bottom up. And the top set of check boxes is for the bills that happen between the 1st and the 14th. And then the second half is from the 15th to the end of the month. And I'll write in all the things here. I don't know if any of you guys out there do any of the meal delivery kits like HelloFresh or Green Chef or Home Chef, but I started Green Chef like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, and I love it. I love not having to think about what to cook. I love not going to the grocery store. I'm not going to lie, it's expensive, but it's also really good quality organic food, and I'm not spending extra money on junk. I'm not tempted to eat out, like stop at, Chick-fil-A on the way home because I'm too tired to cook. None of the meals take more than half an hour. They're really easy to make. If you're interested, drop me a line. I give you a coupon for a free box. Oh, the little sticker sheet of Simon's is just adorable, so I had to put one of those on there. I love him. And then we are splitting the month here with stickers. Hello. Hey. My roommate is home, and I'm making a planner video, so that's why I'm talking to myself. I'm adding narration to it. He's used to me doing this at this point. So a little bit more deco here, and then we will be done with this section. I'm narrating my planner video. Aren't you excited?
Yeah.
I was hoping to get it all done before he came home, but oh well. And there you go, my finished tracker, my bill page. I'll go do this in my room. And this is all set for next month. All right, next up is pocket decoration. So since I'm using my Foxy Fix Mega Weeks, there's not, I mean, I've got those three, you see those three petal pockets, and I usually decorate 2 of them. The top one I keep empty, or I put a cute little clip or something there. My most recent favorite thing to do is to decorate the tags that come in the kits. And I pulled out, since it already has like leaves and stuff printed on it, I pulled out a whole bunch of leaf die cuts, and you see those puffy leaf stickers. I thought about using those too, but then as I was getting going here, I kind of just decided to stick with the die cuts. And some of them I've been using flat tape, and then here you see me putting like 3D foam tape just to lift a few of them up and off the tag. I like that it gives it a little bit of dimension, a little bit of, I don't know, 3D-ishness to it. Does that make sense? And I have found these so quick and easy to make, and they're just so pretty tucked in a pocket. And I used to just always throw the tags away. I never knew what to do with them. And now I kind of do. So it's nice for them to have a purpose, and I can use some of these other die cuts. I'm so happy that it's fall, you guys. Finally, it's fall. The leaves are changing, and it's getting cold. Today I went to the grocery store, and I actually bought 2 fireplace logs. And maybe I'll put on the fire tonight. And here we go, a little bit of twine finishes this off. Trim it down. And there you go, it's very cute in the pocket. Now I'm going to, I'm going through all the pocket cards in the pocket kit, and I'm trying to decide which ones I think would look good in that pocket. And I pulled out a few, and now I'm narrowing it down further and trying to decide. And I've pretty much come down to a quote, and I really, really like that dark teal. So I'm looking for a piece of paper to mat it on. And again, it's just sort of process of elimination here. I pick a couple, and then I narrow it down. Looks like that's the one I'm going with. So, or maybe not. Did I use the, oh yeah, I used that side. Okay, that's on the other side of that paper. So I cut the matting to the original size of the card, and then I cut the card down a little bit so that a little tiny bit of the paper behind it shows. And now I'm using these glitter dots from the September kit, the book club kits. One of those, that sort of red wine color dot, looks fantastic with these, with that card. It's got little glitter pieces in it that have that greenish tint. And now I'm going to use this green paper, and I'm going to decorate the edge of it to go in the big front pocket. I like that there, one for decoration, but that also just gives a little bit more stability to that pocket. So there we go, there's the book, and here's the pocket finished. Very pretty. I like it. Simple but easy. See those glittery pieces? Love them. All right, now we are on to the dashboards, and this could not be simpler because I only make one set of dashboards. I keep in along with my Print Impression Weeks book, I keep a personal sized planner insert and a vinyl dashboard wrapped around it, just sitting on top of my weeks. That's where I put my design team obligations and schedules, and keep track of things on my calendar. So I like to have that little book in there. And so if it's going to be in there, it might as well be decorated with the cute little dashboard. So I put a vinyl dashboard in there, and I always, always, always use the Simon card. And if I'm lucky enough to get one, the Betty card also. So here I'm just taking those 2 cards and matting them on some of that terrazzo pattern paper. And then I'm going to use the dark teal terrazzo pattern paper as the actual dashboard background and put these on there. Very, very simple, not much to this, but the Simon and Betty cards really shine, I think. And as soon as the first thing I see when I open the cover of my planner is going to be Simon with his little handmade scarf wrapped around his neck. So cute. So here I'm using last month's dashboards as a guide for cutting. So I'm going to cut this paper to the right size. And then I actually have to make two of them, so I had to find another piece. I couldn't get two pieces out of the one piece of planner paper. So I thank goodness that they give us multiples, because I really like this pattern and the colors. So I've got my two pieces, and now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my Simon and Betty and stick those on and slide them in the vinyl, and we'll be good to go. Easy peasy, but so cute. I love that Christine made these cards, designed these cards so that they could sit side by side, and the scarf from Betty's lap could go right into around Simon. So there's the insert I was talking about, and it just slips in there. And oh, I always also take some of the Post-it notes and stick them on the vinyl so that I have Post-its handy whenever I need them. And there we go. So the book slides in, the back cover, and then Simon and Betty sit right there on top. Just like that. Oh, they are so cute. Dashboard's done, and now the last thing to show you is my sticker envelope. So I discovered that the folded planner papers were just the right size to go into this vinyl snap envelope that I have. And this is a good way for me to carry all of my stickers in one spot. So I chose a piece of the planner paper that's folded, and I pulled out a bunch more of those leaf die cuts. And I'm just going to create sort of a little bit of a leafy scene. And I'm going to use that cork piece that says "Be Grateful Every Day," and those little flowers. So I'm kind of trying to decide how I want to arrange these before I peel off the adhesive, because it'll be a lot more difficult to move it around once the adhesive is peeled. So here we go, laying down these leaves. I really love the design of the leaves with the dark and light colors. Just gorgeous. And I think that light leafy pattern on the paper really sets off these leaves nicely. So all I have to do with the planner paper is just trim a little bit off the open side, because the long edge is the perfect length to slip into this envelope that you'll see in a minute. And so that makes it really convenient. So I'm trying to decide where to place that. And then I'll get some glue dots for those little flowers. And we'll just stick those around. Maybe I should have used some of those little glitter dots on here too. That probably would have been pretty, huh? Maybe I could go back and add a few. So there's the front side done. And then on the back, I'm going to, there's that, the other alphabet sheet I was telling you about, the rust color. I'm going to put the name of the kit there on the back, Memphis Season. I really like that rust color against that paper. Almost done. There's the last letter. And now this little folder is done, and it will, I think I was trying to think of maybe some way to decorate, and then I decided not to. But so all the stickers fit in that little pocket, and then that pocket slides right into that envelope. And it's easy to carry with me. So there you go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave me any questions down below, and I will see you next time.